All right. Hello, everybody. I think we're live. So if you are here, if you are available and you are watching today, let me know that you guys can see me and hear me. I got a new microphone. Of course, it's my 16-year-old's hand-me-down, but sometimes you can't hear me. So if you're here, say hi, let me know. Just so I know everybody's here. And today, like always, I am going to go over the program a little bit, but I really like to answer questions that you guys have. So whoever's watching today, if you've got questions, don't hesitate to comment and post them so that I can make sure and I address them. There's our kitty. Our kitty's back there. Silly cat. I really like to make these lives super interactive and answer the questions that you guys want to know the answer to. So I'm an open book. I will tell you the good, bad, and the ugly of having a bookkeeping business, being a business owner, and what that will look like for you and your family. So it's your chance to find out all the truth and all the facts and get all of your questions answered. Hey, Tiffany. Good to see you. Tiffany Ware is here. She's our community manager in our free Facebook group, Have Your Cake and Eat It Too. And she answers all the questions in here that are posted. So keeps us organized and keeps you guys all happy in the group and that nice little cake family that we have. Okay, so I'm just waiting for a little bit more people to jump on, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of get started. So again, if you're just now joining us, comment if you have questions and comment email if you are not currently on our email list, but you want to hear about our student success stories. We send them out every day. About every day, you get a little email showing some of the student wins. And I'm wondering if my, yes, Kayla sees the kitty. Kind of wondering if my internet is loud. Okay. So, and then comment text if you want to be on our text platform so we can send you reminders before we go live. But basically, you are in a group called Have Your Cake and Eat It Too. And that simply just means that you get to be the parent that you want to be, all those goals you have for yourself as a parent. But you also get to make the kind of money you make as if you were a career woman or a career man working a corporate job. Actually, you're going to make more than you ever would at a corporate job. To give you guys an idea of what income looks like for a bookkeeping business owner, you can make up to $250,000 a year if you want to work 40 hours a week full-time in your bookkeeping business. With no staff, no team, and the overhead is incredibly minimal. So really exciting, really profitable business. And if you set everything up the way we teach in the academy, you can easily make $250,000 a year. I was actually on track to do that. I was making about $200,000 a year when I started this coaching company and was working less than a full-time job. And I had 5 kids at home. 2 of them were in middle school and we were homeschooling them. One of them was a preschooler that we were homeschooling. And then we had twin infants that I was nursing. So, and then on top of all of that, we decided to move 90 minutes to a different city. Didn't skip a beat, kept all my clients, kept on working. It was super exciting. Hope you guys can see me because I feel if it'll let me. Let's see. And I will show you guys around our website a little bit. Let's see if it'll load. The cat's laying on my internet. So in case you guys are wondering what the heck is going on, we had our internet just randomly turned off the other day, and it has taken us 5 days, 6 days now to get the internet back on. So I'm actually working off of a hotspot right now, which is very unreliable. Yeah, Tiffany says my connection is a bit choppy. So let's see, I may need to move 90 minutes to a different city. Well, it seems like there's some people that can see. We'll keep trying, but Tiffany, let me know if for some reason this just doesn't work, and I will just do it from my phone. So let's see, let me share my screen. Actually, I don't even think I can do that. Oh, there we go. It's coming up. Gotta love internet issues. Okay, so this is our website. It's the stayatHomeBookkeeper.com. If you go to the website, you'll be get a chance to sign up for text messages, text message updates. So feel free to do that. Go to stayatHomeBookkeeper.com, and then you can get on our email and text list right from there too. So we won't spam you, but we'll send you some emails every day about student wins, help encourage and motivate you to look into this for your family. And we'll also send you text message reminders when we go live, which is every Tuesday at 11 Central Time. All right, Cindy, I'm glad it's working for you. Thank you, guys. So if you're brand new to the group, the best place to go is to check out my ebook, $5.90. A lot of people say it's the best $6 they ever spent. And it'll basically walk you through what it's like for your family to start a bookkeeping business. It talks about my journey, and it also gives you some actionable steps to get started. But the most exciting part about it is to just highlight exactly what that transformation looked like from going to a household where both parents worked outside the house 10 to 12 hours a day, to both of us being home 100% of the time with our kids. Now, some of you may not want to spend that much time with your kids, but at least it gives you the flexibility and the financial means to be able to hire a babysitter and go do things without the guilt, because you're with them all the time. So going out for date night or going away for 3 or 4 days at a time, if you can, is a much easier to do when you get to be around your kids all the time. So it was a blessing for our family for us to be able to be home together all the time. There is some more information on our website. You guys can also check out all the prior lives that we've done. We have some really great lives and some student interviews, success stories that you can watch. If you want to go here, we've got a lot of different titles for some of our lives, where this one we interviewed a student. This live, I talked more about how to have time and money to do things for yourself as a mom. This one we talked a lot about freedom. This one we talked about the different doors that open when you launch your business. This one we talked a lot about who will hire me when I have no experience, that kind of thing. So you can go to our website and watch these prior replays. You can also see more in-depth interviews from our prior students and how life-changing the bookkeeping business opportunity has been for them and where they're at now. A lot of these people are in the mastermind and they're coaching as student mentors in our support group. So it's kind of cool what the opportunities that pop up for you once you hop into the academy. We also have this really cool calculator on our website, and the calculator will show exactly how many clients you need to replace your income or replace your current 9-to-5. So let's say that you make $5,000 a month, or you need to make that to cover your bills. You only need about 10 clients at the super small level to replace that. And when you first start with those clients, the first couple of months while you're onboarding them, getting used to their spending habits and getting to know their business, it'll take you about 16, 17 hours a week. But after the first couple of months, once this client is all these clients are onboarded, it'll only take you about 10 hours a week to complete the work. So you're going to essentially work 10 hours a week for $5,000 a month. So how many of you in here are working a full-time job, making $5,000 a month, and you're working outside the home 50 plus hours a week? And what would it look like for your family if you were able to change that and only have to work 10 hours a week from the comfort of your home at any particular point in the day or night that you choose to work? So just to kind of give you guys a little example, and probably why I'm like, sort of feel like I'm stuttering, is that I decided that I wanted to get some things done. And I'm actually working on some really awesome improvements to the program. But I decided I want to work when it's really quiet in the house. So I got up at 2:30 this morning, and I've been working on improving the program and adding new stuff to the program and things like that. So it was really, really nice. And I can't wait, because after I get off my Zoom calls today, I'm going to take a really nice, awesome nap this afternoon. And I just love that, because it gives you so much flexibility to just live whatever life and whatever schedule that you want. And that's what I've chosen to do today with my work schedule. And it's going to work out great for me. So it's really nice to be able to have that kind of flexibility and have those options. So let's see. Hey, Nicole, thanks for joining, Nicole. I know we have a lot of new people in the Academy. So if you're watching and you're already in the Academy, let me know that you're in there and tell me when you joined and how things are going. So for those of you that aren't in the Academy, if you want to let me know what questions you have for us, and have you thought about doing a bookkeeping business before? Are you brand new to the group and you're just learning about information? I am an open book, so I will answer any questions that you guys have. Who has marketing questions? I'm sure everyone has marketing questions. So post away if you guys have them. So while you guys are all thinking of your questions, I'm going to go over like 3 different options that we have for our program right now. And we can discuss all of this stuff in greater detail if you want to book a free discovery call with our team, and I'll post that link here in a little bit. But I'll give you a general overview of the 3 options that our potential students have if they want to start a bookkeeping business and make $100 an hour. First thing I want to say is you do not need any experience or certifications or degrees to make this work for you. We have people all over the US, Canada, the UK, and even Australia. We have a new one from Australia this week. So there is a wide array of amazing people in our Academy that you can become very close friends with and grow your business right alongside them. It's very awesome to be in that community and make friends with all the other people in the support group. But basically, we have 3 options. We have our do-it-yourself bookkeeping course. We have our Bookkeeper Academy full of support, and we have our Elite Mastermind for those that want to take this to the next level and be a true CEO of their business and build a team. So the bookkeeping course is all DIY courses. It tells you everything you need to know to get started with your home-based bookkeeping business, even if you have no experience. There's all sorts of stuff in there to really help you. You learn all about bookkeeping basics, financial statements. Kitty, stop chewing on the cord. You're going to shock yourself. No. Cat is trying to electrocute himself. So you'll learn all about bookkeeping basics and financial statements. You'll also learn how to be an expert in QuickBooks Online, how to use it for multiple companies, and how to get your back office set up so that you're ready for clients internally. And then you'll learn how to quote clients, how to talk to potential leads, how to have an initial conversation, how to quote them, and how to onboard them once they have agreed to sign up for your services. You'll also learn how to do any cleanup work, or back work is what we call it, and how to do the ongoing monthly work and how to close out their books for the year. So 80% of what you're going to do is repetitive data entry, and the other 20% is learning technical skills about bookkeeping and accounting. And we teach all of this in the Academy, and we teach it in a way in which you can learn and hone these skills while you're making money, not a whole year of going through this before you start making money, not 4 years in college that you go through before you start making money. You make money as soon as you get in there and you start with marketing, you start finding clients, and then you can learn these skills and perfect them with the help of our team while you're raking in the dough. And so you're also going to learn how to find clients, how to talk to them, and how to run a business, essentially. So that's what the bookkeeping course highlights. That's all do it yourself, and there isn't any support there, but you do get all of the coursework for free if you come into the Bookkeeper Academy. And the Bookkeeper Academy is where we provide round-the-clock support for students. We have a private Facebook group where we answer questions 7 days a week. And usually the questions get answered within a few hours, which is amazing because all of our student mentors are so incredibly willing to help. But we have a ridiculous amount of features in the support group to really set everyone up for success. We have Zoom calls 3 times a week, all around open office hours. So you can come to those Zoom calls and ask any question that you might have. But you're also able to request a private breakout room during those sessions if you need to screen share or share any confidential information from one of your clients in order to get help on doing their actual bookkeeping work. So those are very, very helpful and critical to your success for the Academy members. You also get free unlimited one-on-one help with your first client. So a lot of times people come into the support group, they're like a nurse or a teacher, or they've been in the medical field or an office job and haven't really had any kind of bookkeeping experience necessarily. So it can be a little scary to have your first client and then all of a sudden you're really overwhelmed at where to begin. So we do unlimited one-on-one Zoom calls with you to hold your hand, help you breathe, and walk you through every single step. So you book a call and you say, okay, I got all this information from my first new client. What do I do? And so we walk you through the step. We show you how to do it. We send you on your way. You get through step 1, you book another call, and we walk you through step 2. Then we let you complete step 2. You book another call. We walk you through step 3. So when you get done with this first client, not only are you going to be done with it super efficiently, but you're going to be done with it super organized, and it's going to be perfectly polished financial statements. And you will be able to just completely blow your new client away. And it'll be such a stress-free process so that you can really feel good about helping your client, even though you're brand new to this field. And once you get through that first client and you see the process from start to finish, it's like the puzzle starts to come together. And by your second, third, and fourth client, you will start to feel like an expert. There's always going to be questions that come up in this field, but for the most part, you're going to feel like you can really do this after the first few clients, which is exciting. And most people find their first client within 14 to 30 days of joining the Academy. Some people take longer, up to 90 days on occasion to find clients, depending on a couple of factors: how much time you have to get involved, how many mindset blocks that we have to help you work through before you start marketing, things like that. Who's in your current circle? Do you know business owners? Do you have to build up some relationships with people first? So we help you walk through all of that stuff in order to really maximize getting that first client as quickly as possible. So we also designed a website for you. Currently, we offer a website design for free for Bookkeeper Academy students, as long as they subscribe to the ClickFunnels platform that we use to design the websites. And inside that platform, there's also an automated onboarding system for your clients to watch videos and onboard themselves through the system. So you can have your clients go through this, make a list of all the things that they need to get you, and then they upload it directly to you. And then once you get all of that stuff from them, you're able to do their bookkeeping. So it's a really great program to be able to speed that whole process up of onboarding your new clients. We have a whole slew of other coursework that you have lifetime access to. We also help you review financial statements for each one of your clients. And we offer sales coaching, and we have integrated a new coaching call all around tapping and helping people break through any kind of emotional or mental barriers that are keeping them from having the kind of success that they want. So there's all kinds of awesome stuff. We're always adding new things, anything that can help our students have success quicker and faster and easier and more fun. We're always adding that to the Academy. So when you enroll in the Academy, you get access to all of those amazing benefits for 12 full months. And usually your first client covers the investment of the Academy, the first or second client. So every other client that you get after that is just going to be icing on the cake, so to speak. So let me see if I've got any questions before I talk about the mastermind. Let's see. Damo says, I'm very interested in how I get started. Yes, so if you want to book a call with us, that's the best place to go to get started. So let me pull up that link here. It's go.stayathomebookkeeper.com/strategy-session. And I'm going to put that in the comments here so you guys can click the link in the comments to book a call. And we love to chat with you guys. We love to talk about how this could help you and your family and determine which route is going to be the best for you to go. Nicole, congratulations. I thought I recognized your name. Yay. Nicole joined on Saturday, read the book, and watched the sales and marketing video, waiting for access to the course. Awesome. So excited. This is great. So if you haven't gotten access or communication with us, definitely let me know so we can make sure we get you everything that you have enrolled in. Damo says, so if I don't have any typing skills, would that affect my learning how to bookkeep? Yep, you probably want to know a little bit about typing, but you don't have to be a speed typer by any means. You can definitely just be able to, type. As long as you can type in some fashion, you can definitely do this. Typing skills are helpful because you can get your work done faster, but that's something that you can always learn too as you go. It's not hard to learn how to type. There's actually a lot of computer games you can get to learn how to type too. Let's see. Thank you, Tiffany Ware, for tagging everyone that has upcoming discovery calls this week. If any of you people have questions, let me know and I will answer them directly. Let's see. Okay, looks like, okay, good. So Nicole is going to send her email over. Perfect. Okay, so let's go back to the different programs. So we have the Elite Mastermind, and this is a program that students can join directly in or they can graduate into. And this one will set you up to be able to build a team and also learn how to offer additional services. So we are going to help you build the team that you want for your business, the right staff to help you with the workload and keep you into the position where you can have even more freedom. So an example of this is Kaylee joined the mastermind after she spent a year growing her bookkeeping business. She wanted to make more money, but she felt like she was working too hard, too much. So we brought her into the Elite Mastermind. We helped her set some new boundaries around her client work. We helped her with efficiency training. We helped her build a team where she outsourced the work to and got her into a marketing and oversight role. And she went from making $100 an hour in her bookkeeping business to $340 an hour as a CEO of a bookkeeping business that had team members carrying out the work. So she actually, congratulations to Kaylee, just had her second baby earlier this week or last week. And she was able to drop down to working less than 20 hours a week. So super part-time, making more money than her husband does working full-time as a construction foreman. So really exciting to be able to do that as she's bringing her second baby home and getting to be home with her kids, but only working part-time. So we're really excited to be able to do that. Another thing we offer in the mastermind is extra marketing help, learning how to do CFO services and learning how to offer tax services and tax planning if that's something that our students are interested in offering. So those are the different programs. So the best thing to do is book a call with us and determine what's going to be right for your family. We also have this really new feature on our website for recent podcast appearances. So if you guys want to click that, you can listen to some of the podcasts that I've been featured on here recently. And we've got a couple more that we'll be adding very soon as well. So I hope this brought up some questions from you guys. If you have any, let me know. I love these calls to be super interactive, and I love to answer questions that everyone has. So let me know if you guys have any. I see a couple on here. What is the biggest challenge you see in those who are just starting out? I would say the biggest challenge for some people when they're just starting out is getting over that initial fear of marketing. Marketing sounds like a big, scary word sometimes to people, especially if you're an introvert. But if you just follow the steps in our course, in our academy, and you are consistent, you have to be consistent and you cannot expect immediate results. And as long as you keep taking steps forward, even though you're scared, even though you feel like an imposter, and even though it's not showing anything right this second, you will 100% guaranteed be successful at this. So all you have to do is keep taking action, keep following the process, and it will work for you and it will happen. So the biggest challenge is having that blind faith that the steps are going to work, that the program works. So we help students get comfortable with that when they first start. And the ones that get over that really fast are the ones that have the most success in the beginning. Some people take a little bit longer, but those are usually the biggest challenges. I really want to join the academy, but my spouse doesn't seem to be on board. Anything you recommend to get them to support me more? So yeah, there's a couple of things. If you really want to do this and your spouse is not seeing the value, there's a couple of things. I would suggest having your spouse come to these Facebook Lives. We do these every Tuesday at 11 a.m. and let them know that this is important to you and that you would like their input. So I can give you guys an example of how I just recently did this. Our family decided to go vegan back in March. And I did this because of some documentaries that I watched on Netflix, and I was kind of blown away. So what I did, and of course, my husband was like, no, that's ridiculous. We're not giving up meat and cheese. There's no way that's ever going to happen. And so I watched more and more and more documentaries and kind of went down the rabbit hole and realized I can't, under good conscience, feed my kids this stuff anymore, knowing what I know now. So I told my husband that he has to watch one of these documentaries and tell me if I'm crazy. Because if I'm overreacting and I think that this sounds like too good to be true, I want your educated opinion on that, not an uneducated opinion, not someone that just says, oh, that's never going to work and has no idea what the success stories are, what the features of the program are, anything like that. So I basically told my husband, you have to watch one of these videos all the way through and then tell me what you think we should do. Tell me if you feel comfortable continuing to feed your kids this stuff. And if you do, fine, I will just do it myself. But I want to know honestly what you think. So my husband agreed and he watched one of them and he didn't even get 3/4 of the way through one documentary and he was completely on board. So little different situation, but basically the same concept. So I would suggest having your spouses join these lives, get on the discovery call with you, get their questions answered, maybe do their own research on what a bookkeeping business is like, and ask questions, have them post in the group and get information from some of the other students in the academy so they can get like real feedback. So then that way, you know, if you really look into this, there's not really a whole lot of reasons why you wouldn't do it unless you just simply don't want to. There's not any drawbacks to this. You're going to get your return on investment very soon. I would say the only people that are not a good fit is the ones that just don't have enough drive to follow the path, to follow the steps. You have to actually do what we ask you to do and follow the steps, and you'll be successful. So that's what I would suggest if you have spouses that are struggling to be supportive. Now, I'm sure there's going to be the outliers where no matter what you say, do, or ask, there's some people that are going to have difficult time getting their spouse on board either way. And in those situations, you just really have to make a judgment call. Do you want to decide to do this for yourself, or do you need approval from your spouse? So that's a unique situation for every single person. I will say for me, I'm definitely going to consult my spouse about it because everything does affect the family. But at the end of the day, this kind of stuff is my decision. And if he wanted to do a program like this as well, then at the end of the day, we can weigh out the pros and cons, but it's really his decision too. So, but that's my stance on that. So everybody's kind of a little different. So hopefully that helped. I have bookkeeping experience. Can I just do the DIY course? That's a great question. What I have found, especially for people that have bookkeeping experience, is they really need that ongoing accountability and support. As you know, when you're a bookkeeper or an accountant, there's always something to learn in this industry. When I launched my bookkeeping business, I had 4 years in an accounting firm, 20 years using QuickBooks, and an accounting degree, my CPA license. And I still learned everything by trial and error. I learned everything the hard way. There were so many things I had to research. So even if you do have bookkeeping experience, you're going to benefit tremendously from being in the academy. It's just really helpful because in accounting and bookkeeping, there's 100 different softwares to use. There's 100 different ways to record an entry, and we help you streamline all of that. So if you have any question at all, technical questions, we have perfected the easiest way to grow a bookkeeping business. And that's what we teach. So if you want to make a lot of money with a little amount of stress, then being in the academy is the way to go. Can anyone do this on their own without joining the academy, even if they have no experience? Absolutely. There's 1,000 bookkeeping books out there you can buy and read up on everything. But you're going to spend a lot of time researching and preparing yourself to have an awesome business. And then your return on that time is going to be much smaller. So if you invest in the academy, then you'll have all of us to help expedite your success, answer your questions without confusion and overwhelm, and really start making some money without second guessing yourself and with confidence. And that's a lot. That's something you can't even put a price tag on. I would have joined a program like this in a heartbeat when I started my bookkeeping business, because it's very valuable to have answers from somebody that's been in your shoes 2 steps ahead of you. I have coaches right now myself as well. And my coaches, they help people like me grow coaching companies. And most of the people in the coaching group that I'm in are 15 steps behind me. So my coaches know a lot more than them. But I'm actually pretty close up there as far as like my progress with my coaches. But they are just like 2 or 3 steps ahead of me. And it has provided me tremendous value to be able to learn from them, and they're just a couple of steps ahead of me. So even if you do have an accounting degree or bookkeeping experience, having someone help you with this stuff is really valuable. And if you don't have accounting experience or bookkeeping experience, we are fully set up to help you learn all of this stuff as you go, as you make money. That's what our program was designed for. Let's see. What other questions do we have? Oh, also with the do-it-yourself course, what we have found is when you don't have accountability and when you don't have extra help, you tend to not be as successful. So we don't like selling our do-it-yourself course because we can't guarantee that you're going to actually get a return on your investment. But if you're in the academy, we can almost guarantee that you're going to be successful. Now, it's up to you to execute what we teach, but as long as you do, there's 100% success rate there. So we prefer that people consider joining the academy versus doing the DIY course, simply because you're going to be able to make that money back so much easier than the do-it-yourself course and by going it alone. So that's why we like to help people in the academy. We literally strive and we talk as a team all the time to see what kind of return each person is getting. We want you to be able to graduate in 12 months, making up to $100,000 a year and on track to have that $250,000 annual bookkeeping business. So that's what we want to set you up for success. Now, with that being said, there are a lot of students in our academy that really just want to cover their bills and work less, which this is a great opportunity for that. So if you have young kids at home and you don't want to make $20,000, $30,000 a month, that's okay. You can make $3,000 a month and work like a fraction of the hours and be able to stay home with your kids and homeschool or travel or whatever it is that your family wants to do. So that is one really awesome flexible feature of a bookkeeping business, is you can keep it small or grow it big or change it up at any point in time, and you have the flexibility to do that. So Nai says, I have had the program for years and I'm ready to start the program. Which 3 videos do you suggest I watch first? Okay, so the very first video that you should watch is the mini course, Learning the Basics. So you're going to watch through that course just to get a general idea. Then you're going to watch through the Provide Amazing Service to Your Client course, watch through that whole thing to get a general idea. After you've watched those 2, you can go back through them a second time if you want to try to put all of the pieces together, because sometimes you need to kind of hear it all a couple of times for it to all make sense. But I would watch it all the way through once. If you feel like you need to go back through, you can watch it through a second time. After that, it's time to take some action. So then you're going to go to how to set up your bookkeeping business for success, and you're going to follow all of the steps in there to get your back office set up. Once that's set up, no hesitation, get in the marketing and mindset module and follow all of the steps to start getting your first clients. That's the order in which you do it. Once you get that first client, then you can go back into the coursework and review that, or join the academy so we can help you. So that's my suggestion. Yep, Nai says, I bought the DIY course and put it to the side. We found that a lot of people have done that, and we don't want any of our students to waste their money. So we really want everyone to be super successful with this. If you bought the course and you haven't done anything with it, you wanted to do this for a reason. So let's really just make it something that is impactful for your family, and book a call with us so we can talk about your options on upgrading into the academy. So we definitely would love to help with that. Okay, let's see what other questions that we have. And you are so welcome. Thank you for asking questions and communicating on here. So what other questions do you guys have? I know I've gotten some questions from some people on my personal Facebook page this week that are looking to change careers due to restrictions that their employer is imposing on them in this crazy environment that we live in right now. So I know there's a lot of you that, you know, may want the freedom to make your own bodily choices. And in that case, not having an employer restrict anything that you want or don't want to do is really freeing to be able to decide that for yourself, to do your own research and make a decision on what you want to do, and having the option to do that. I will say that that's probably the biggest benefit of having a bookkeeping business like this is your amount of options. So you will be able to choose so many things. So one of the things that I actually sit down and do every week is think about what I want my life to be like, because I can literally create that. So whatever I want in my life, that is what I think about. And my business is giving me the flexibility to accomplish those. So if you guys have been following along my journey at all over the last several years, since I had my bookkeeping business and then launching this coaching program, there has been so many just amazing life accomplishments that I've been able to have. One of the longest dreams I've had, like a 35-year dream, was to live in California. And I was able to move there awkwardly, like right before COVID happened. So it didn't end up being hopefully you guys can still see me. I feel like it might be frozen. And I got to travel around in my RV and go like all over the country and do really fun things. We actually we wanted to buy a house in California, but due to the taxes and the expense of living there, we decided for our family, it was going to be much better to move to Texas. And because of the business, we were able to buy the most amazing place here in Texas. I don't know if you guys can see my backyard at all, but I have a pool back there with a waterfall and a slide. And we even have sand, so it's like a beach. So like, you know, not everybody is like, you know, worried about materialistic things or whatever, but I like having the opportunity to have stuff like this for my kids. So options is what the bookkeeping business can give you. So Alicia says, thank you. That was me. Bought and never got started with it. Determined to get going now with the program training due to a change in circumstances. Yeah, that's great, Alicia. I'm super excited that you're going to be moving forward with it. And we would love for you to hop on a call and chat about, you know, potentially upgrading into the academy to really help you hold your hand through the whole process. So let us know, book a call on the calendar link if you're interested in doing that. And Tiffany Ware is going to be RVing soon as well, and her family is going to be hitting the road. So that's super exciting just to have the flexibility to be able to do that. It's so wonderful. So yeah. So if anybody else is watching, go ahead and keep commenting your questions and I'll still answer them. Don't forget to comment email if you aren't on our email list and you want to be, or comment text below if you want to be reminded when we go live. I do these every Tuesday and I love to answer questions that you have. So if you've got a spouse or a friend or somebody that you want to invite to the next Facebook Live, let me know, or just come on in and we can help them answer all their questions. Somebody's walking around out there. So, all right, I'm going to refresh my screen one more time just to see if I didn't miss any questions, because you guys know Facebook just glitches all the time. So I think I've got everything answered for today. So I will let you guys get back to your kiddos, get back to your business. And if you think of anything, don't forget to comment below. Oh, I see a comment that actually just popped up. Lacole says, hello, Tiffany. I've been on the fence for about a year now about going all in with my bookkeeping business. I'm a total introvert. Could you please tell us more about the LinkedIn support in regards to getting clients that way? Thanks in advance. Yeah, absolutely. So, Lacole, I will tell you that I probably was a 70 or 80% introvert before I started my business. And now I'm probably down to like 40 when I did a personality profile test. But traditionally, anyone that's in an office type job is usually an introvert in some fashion. And I talked a little bit about this last week, but you're definitely going to have some challenges with being an introvert. But what I have found is that learning to push past that in a safe environment can really make you such a better person and grow personally and just live a much more fulfilling and happy life. I know sometimes people are introverted because they have some fears around talking to people and being out of their comfort zone. And sometimes having to face some of those can really help you break past some old trauma, some old fears that you might have, and get past it a little bit. But the really good thing about a bookkeeping business is you can do all of your marketing online. So you don't necessarily have to meet people in person. You don't have to talk to people in person. Like 80 to 90% of your marketing can all be done through email, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of that stuff. And we do provide a LinkedIn service right now. And we're going to be rolling out a LinkedIn course soon also to show you guys exactly how to do your own LinkedIn campaigns, which is really awesome because if you stay consistent at it, that really works out well as well. Rebecca in our mastermind, we've been doing a LinkedIn campaign for her for about a year now, and she is consistently onboarding like a client a week with her LinkedIn campaign, which is really awesome. It took quite a while to get some traction. It's a different program and there's a lot of restrictions, but it's a really great way to get clients when you are an introvert. But again, almost all of the marketing techniques that we teach in the course are designed for introverts. The only hard part outside of doing a little bit of marketing would be that initial conversation. So you can't get around talking to a new client on the phone. You'll have to talk to them on the phone, and you don't have to do a Zoom call. You can just do a phone call, but you've got to build that relationship with them, find out what their needs are. But the cool thing is, the way we teach it in the academy is that your potential client is going to do 90% of the talking and you're only going to do 10%. So that makes it even easier to have a quote unquote sales call for your bookkeeping business, because a lot of times your clients just talk themselves into it anyway. And we have training on exactly how to do that, how to let that whole thing happen naturally. So once you have a client though, 90% of everything you're going to do is going to be done over texting and email, and you're going to be able to do the majority of your work without communicating with them at all. So it really is a great opportunity for introverts, but there are a few hurdles that you will have to cross, but highly, highly recommend it for introverts. Shibrina says, I'm a watch after I leave from my prenatal appointment. I've been having a lot of appointments. Well, that's exciting. Congratulations on the upcoming baby. That's another thing that was really, really a blessing for me when I had my bookkeeping business, found out I got pregnant with twins, and I had to go to the doctor at the end 2 to 3 times a week. So I can't imagine having had a corporate job where I was commuting in the car, walking up steps in the elevator around people that were smoking, having to pack my lunch, but then also having to ask my boss for all this time off to go to the doctor, and stressing because I don't have vacation time or PTO, and then not having money and my boss being upset. I didn't have to worry about any of that. All I did was get out of bed and go sit in my recliner and do my work from my computer laptop. And whenever I needed to go to the doctor, I just put my laptop down and I wobbled myself to the car and we went to the doctor. So it was super flexible and no worries and no stress other than the normal stress that you have when you're pregnant with twins and you're only 5'1". So, but yeah, lots of flexibility, lots of awesome benefits. So can't think of anything negative to say. Let's see, who else do we got? Oh, good. I got a couple more comments. I love this, guys. Oh gosh, some of these comments are just popping up. I have several little children at home. Can you share more about what a typical day would look like and what to expect? That's a great question. So it varies different for everybody. And then we also have a path that we suggest that you follow. So if you have little kids at home, I'm not going to lie, you're going to feel like all you do is bounce back from growing your business, take care of kids, grow your business, take care of kids. But at some point, you're going to have grown your business enough to hire someone to clean for you, hire someone to help cook, or hire someone to grocery shop, or hire somebody to come and play with your kids while you're working. So there is, at the beginning, a level of chaos that is involved with it. That's okay. You will get past that very soon. And then you'll be able to utilize that extra funds to enhance the quality of life for you and your family. And so as long as you don't overextend yourself, you don't go buy a new house or a new car right away, you can really take some of those funds and invest in other things that's going to make your life amazing. Like maybe that for you would be a nanny to come over 2 days a week. So you can get all of your work done and then not have to work for 5 days. So there's a lot of different options that you'll be able to have. At the beginning, it is chaos, but it also depends on number one, how many kids do you have? Number two, do you homeschool? Number three, what are the ages of your kids? Number four, do you have any help that you can utilize? So it really depends from person to person, but asking for help and getting help at home is going to be the first thing that I recommend doing once you have a little profit going. Let's see, what else did I see on here? Romina says, hi, just started. I'm doing the checklist I did up to creating an email address. I'm interested in doing the website, but not right now. I would like to start as soon as possible. What are the other things that I need to do to start as soon as possible to get clients? Okay, so if you are whether you're in the academy or just the DIY course, you must go through the marketing and mindset course. If you're in the academy, you're going to go into the Facebook group and you're going to click on guides and you're going to walk through the entire guide section in order, but always skipping down to the marketing section. That's how you get clients. So everything else can fall into place later. So if your main goal is to start making money immediately and getting clients, focus on the marketing module. And then once you get a client, we'll help with the rest. Everything else will fall into place. So that is my suggestion. All right, I'll try to refresh it one more time since these comments are just randomly popping up like they usually do. All right, I think I answered all of them for today. Thanks guys for tuning in and hanging out with me. And if any of you guys want us to send you a private message after this live is over, please just comment message below and we'll send you a message and give you some more information on booking a discovery call. So thank you guys so much for all the questions and the interaction. And I look forward to working with you in the academy. And I will see you next week, Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central. All right, bye guys.